Hi everybody, how are you? It's Jay Victoria, the Energy Queen. Um, I didn't get to do an energy update last week, so I wanted to make sure I come on and do one this week. And it is Easter Sunday right now. I will get into it. So basically, I just want to say too, like, I'm human and we're all human. None of us is more than that if we're here. And there's a lot of things I'm trying to figure out too. And I think that we have to have that approach with anybody who's teaching us. Like, I want you to have that approach with me or anybody else that you listen to. It's like we have gifts that we can share, but it's about learning. And it's one thing that I've been seeing lately that's been really special for me and that I hope helps you too is that um, life is like I am gifted with the ability to see the energy world visually, and um, I learned so much from that about all the things that we hear about, like Jesus and God and, all of these things, and negative energy and positive energy, and just to be able to see visually things happening, like it just explains so much. So that's one really important part of my work, um, other than actually doing the work and clearing negative energy, which I know I'm supposed to be doing. Right now I'm advocating a lot for animals in New York in the shelter system because they're just being killed in such high numbers. And if you're following me on social media, you'll see me posting about that. And I know people are probably like, why are you talking about that all the time? But I get sent certain places to expose darkness and to help remedy it, And like, I'm not being like, oh, that's just me. I think that's all of us to some extent, Like, if something's pulling at your soul and it matters to you, and like we are all souls, we're warriors of light, you're made of light, that can't be taken away from you. It doesn't matter how dark you feel at any point. And something that I've been seeing lately is just that, you know when we talk about like life being like, I think about the movie The Matrix a lot, because it's like, I think people kind of don't really know what life is. Like, are we in a simulation? What's going on? The way it looks to me visually is that we are here, and you're here, you're a physical body, you can see that, but there's like your spirit, the light of your spirit. It just is there, burning bright. It's there every moment, it's constant, it's there no matter what you do, it's there no matter if you do something wrong, if you do something right, if you're feeling good about yourself, if you're not feeling good about yourself, if you're tired, if you're lazy, if like how whatever is going on at any moment, it's there. And it feels to me like it's not just here, it feels like it's with God all the time. And God isn't separate from you. It's like, it just feels like, it almost feels like it's hard to explain, but it feels like you're in heaven all the time at the same time. Like, you're never separate from God. And I saw this thing last night that really helped me because I I really believe in Jesus. I pray to Jesus. I believe he taught me how to do the energy work I do, and his resurrection is the reason I can clear negative energy, because I saw visions of how he overcame all the negative energy on the cross. And so it is clearable now. And I use his blood in my sessions. That's the number one tool I use. And um, I saw this sort of like vision of like light, kind of like, they talk about the veil of life. They talk about how it's like there's a veil between us and the spiritual world. Like, it is really true. I saw this vision. It was almost like you could peel away the physical world and there's just light behind it. And God and Jesus are just right there. Like, right there behind every physical molecule of existence, right with you, right here. And when you start experiencing things like manifestation and reality, like timeline shifting and all these things, like you start to realize that the physical world is more malleable than we think, and that it's not smart of us to treat it like it's all that exists. And I think the smartest people, even Einstein, the smartest people know that about reality. But instead of being like a conspiracy theorist about it and kind of like, whoa, reality isn't real, it's like, what if we just understand that like the physical part of life is there? You know, you gotta have a shower, you gotta brush your teeth, you gotta eat, you gotta like deal with things physically, but that's the masculine side of life, the physical. The feminine is the spiritual, and the balance of those two is what we need. So I encourage you to think about that. How can you treat your life like take care of the physical aspect of your life, but also know that this physical world is always created by the energy world. It's created through something we can't see with our eyes. That is there, that is real. And one secret that I discovered that I haven't heard anybody talk about quite in the way I do, um, is that it's like our physical world is reflecting the frequencies inside of us. Like your physical reality, and this, I know this is true because when I clear energy in my sessions, it clears instantly, it clears permanently, and your reality can literally upgrade and change very fast. So I know that if you have negative energy inside of you, the way I like to explain it is the frequencies inside of you. So if you have negative energy inside of you or blocks, obviously your pure spirit is always there. So it's good to get clearer because your energy is the positive aspect of your energy is always there, right? It's constant, like I explained. That connection with God, nothing can change that. But it can be covered up in like shrouds of negativity. And so when those are there, it's basically the principle is that your life reflects the frequencies inside of you. But the way it does that is with the frequencies inside of you will show up in your life as things that make you feel those frequencies. So let's say you have a negative frequency inside of you, that's going to show something in your life that triggers that. That's why they're called triggers. They're inside. And it will, it's really just reflecting that frequency. So it's literally like a movie that you're watching every day. And I like to talk about it like when you go to a movie theater, you're watching the screen, right? But the things you're seeing aren't on the screen. You go to Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise isn't in the room with you, right? He's on like the film reel, or I don't know if they do it digitally now, but you know what I mean. Like there's something there that's projecting that, right? So same with your energy. Whatever's on your in your energy will show up in your reality as things that make you feel like that. And so that's why getting clear energy is incredible because you have reality upgrades. I see this all the time myself and my clients. This is the way I live my life now. If there's something in my reality that upsets me, again, you have to have a combination of masculine, feminine balance. So it's not that we don't deal with the world. It's not that we don't try to solve problems. But there's the energetic aspect that's creating that problem too. So my approach, what I recommend is that you think about it on both levels. You think about what can I do in the physical world? What action can I take, right? But also, what is in me that is causing that? You know, what frequency is this in me that's causing that? And if that's not there anymore, your reality literally changes and shifts. And I have seen this in the most incredible ways. And again, I do this is the way I live my life now. It's like I will literally go like, okay, I see you happening in my reality. I see this thing happening. Okay, where is that trigger in me? Where's that energy in me? What is that making me feel? You know, where's the fear? Where is that thing inside of me? I gotta have a session. I gotta clear that so that, and this happens all the time, you guys. This is how I know this is true. Situations will just shift. Things that felt really dramatic just won't be there anymore. They literally just go away. And so it's like very real that your energy creates your reality. But we have to address life on both those levels, I believe, is the most effective way. And it's not, and I find that even with clearing energy, when I do sessions, I can only clear the energies that God shows me, which, by the way, is so many. We're definitely given permission to do this. But if you can't clear it, it means that you do have to learn a lesson. You do have to do something. So I find it's always best to have the approach of like, what can I do about this? But also, where is the trigger inside of me? You know, where is that? And you might be thinking, well, that's great that you can do that, Jaya, but what about me? I don't know how to clear energy. Or, well, you can always book a session with me if you have something really big going on, or if you have a block, especially that's just been perpetuating something in your reality for like, you know, sometimes they're for lifetimes or decades. And you know that. It's like you'll see the same fucking cycle again and again and again. It's like, well, when are we going to get rid of this? Because if it's still in your energy, you will still see it in your reality. And I think people go through this with money. They go through this with love. You have to look at the situation and feel in your energy, where is this, like, where do I feel this upset feeling in my body? Because your energy and your body are connected, so you can feel in your body, like, where is it? And you'll be able to feel the specific place where it is, right? And then now your next question is, how do I clear that? So I do recommend, if you have something that you want to have cleared, there can be a lot of layers. These problems can be multi-layered. The energies can be multi-layered. You can book a free consult with me in the description if you'd like to have something cleared. But also something else important for you to know is that a negative energy or any type of energy is a belief, a specific belief. So one thing I recommend that you do to kind of loosen up what's going on that can help is you close your eyes, you feel the upset feeling that you feel, and you tune into that frequency like a radio frequency. And you just listen for, all negative beliefs are fears of some kind, so you listen for the fear. And you have to get the specific fear. What is the fear here? You know, what is this fear? And you'll hear that voice say whatever it says. And I want you to pick one that really feels like it hits the nail on the head. There's a little Easter joke. I'm kidding. Jesus is very funny, by the way. That's I don't mind telling jokes. He's very funny. I feel like he appreciates them. So what you do next is you write that down. You have to write it down. You can't just remember it. You have to write it down on a piece of paper or on your computer. And then the way you get rid, another way to get rid of negative energies from inside of you is to stop believing that particular belief. Because when you don't believe the belief anymore, it won't be inside of you. The only energies that can be inside of you, negative energies, blocks, are the beliefs that you are currently believing. So if you stop believing it, it literally has to come out of you like a big dark ghost. For real. I've seen this. And so what I want you to do is I want you to write beneath that negative belief 10 reasons why it's not true. Because negative beliefs are never true. Ever. No exception. They're just fear. That's all they are. And so all you have to do is you have to do this exercise and use your imagination, even if it feels real. Get creative about why this potentially is not true. Since you know negative beliefs are never true, what are 10 reasons why this is potentially not true? If it's something like, just an example, like I'm not safe or something like that, you could write, well, God created me and he probably has a plan for me. Okay, there's one reason that's not true. I currently am safe. If you look around you, you're probably hopefully safe. Okay, there's another reason I am safe. So you write and you get to 10, and by the time you get to 10, what you'll start noticing is that you just see that negative belief differently. You don't quite believe it as much. And that means that that energy won't be inside of you as much, which means that your reality will not be as negative, literally. So you can literally, I call it reverse engineering reality, or engineering reality. It's like there's reality, we deal with reality, we can take action. Of course, that's the masculine side. We need to do that. But also, there's the feminine side, your spirit, your energy creating that. Let's work on both levels. And so, this is a wonderful exercise you can try. Again, try it out, see how it goes. And if you really feel like you need to keep working that negative belief, get it out of you, I'd do it again when you can, or see if there's any other negative belief that comes up, do it again. But for really big issues in your life, or something that I feel like, honestly, I feel like my clients have the soul pull to work with me. So if you're feeling like you would like help, I clear, thousands of energies in one session. So your life can definitely get more positive. These beliefs are surprisingly easy to dissolve energetically. My method is called Energy Queen Alchemy, and it basically is like a facial for your soul. I dissolve the negative energies by combining them with a positive frequency, because positive and negative frequencies cannot exist in the same space at the same time. And this is your life. You got to live it. You got to learn from it. But I find that getting your energy clear can really, really help you, because here's the thing. I believe my mission is to help empower spiritual warriors like yourself, warriors of light here in the world. We need you. We need you to accomplish your mission. Why are you here? For me, it's not about just getting clear energy. It's about who you become, and the focus and the determination and the freedom that you have to pursue your goals, and the reason why you're here, because you're not blocked anymore. Blocks rob you of your time. Think about how many years of your life you waste just by being depressed or anxious. So much time is wasted. Why are you here? It's like when your energy gets clearer and your life gets more positive, it's working for you. It's like you get to be one of those people who lives out your mission, whatever that is for you. And I'm just so passionate about that, because I think that when I look at the world around us, we really need that. We need people to live their missions and be heroes. And, your soul, again, isn't here by a mistake. It's here for a reason. You're supported by God every moment that you're alive. So I hope that this helps you. If you would like to book a session with me or get a free consult, you can click the link in the description. And I'm wishing you guys a very happy Easter. Hope this helped. Let me know.